different creatures live.
Well, are ya? I bet you are, because we have so much to see. We're going to travel through deep forests, across huge open lands, and get this, we're even going to dive deep under the water. So you might want to grab your explorer hat, because we're about to go.
All right, our mission today is to discover all kinds of amazing homes. And you know, in the beautiful language of Kiswahili, a home or a habitat is called a Makao. Can you try saying that with me? Ready? Makao! Awesome. Now, let's go find some Makao.
Okay, first things first, explorers. What is a home? Or in Kiswahili, Makao ni nini? I mean, before we can find all these amazing homes, we gotta know, what exactly makes a place a Makao?
So, here's the deal. A habitat, or a Makao, is basically a special place where any living thing, and in Kiswahili that's a kiumbe, can find everything it needs to live. Simple as that. It's where it gets its food, finds water to drink, and has a safe, cozy spot to sleep. Really, it's the one place where it truly belongs.
All right, first stop on our big adventure, homes in the forest. In Kiswahili, we'd say, Makao situni. Wow, just imagine it. The forest is absolutely buzzing with life, right? There are homes hidden everywhere you look, from way, way up in the leafy branches, all the way down to the forest floor.
Whoa, just look at this. Even in the same exact forest, the homes can be so different. See that monkey? That's a tumbili, and its home is way up high in the trees. And oh, a parrot, a kasuku. It finds a perfect cozy little hole in a tree trunk. And what about the bee, the nyuki? Well, it lives with its entire family in a super busy beehive, which is called mzinga.
Okay, so we're seeing all these animals living in the trees, and that makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why are trees, or miti, as you'd say in Kiswahili, so important? I mean, what's so special about them?
Well, trees are basically superheroes for the forest. Seriously, I mean, for starters, they give homes to tons of animals. But that's not all. They also help us out by cleaning the very air we breathe. They give us nice, cool shade when the sun is super hot. And, my favorite part, they give us yummy fruits like mangoes and papayas. How cool is that?
Okay, explorers, you ready for our next stop? We're moving on to homes on land, or Makao Ardini. Now, these homes are really interesting because some are right on top of the ground, but others are hidden completely underneath it.
Wow, would you look at that? Some of these animals are total expert builders. A rabbit, that's a sungura, digs its own cozy burrow deep underground. It's called a shimo. Then you've got a huge, mighty lion, a simba, and it likes to find a cool, dark cave or a pungo to get out of the sun. And then the tiny termites, mchwa, build these giant towers called anthills, or kichigu, for their whole colony. Amazing, right? But hang on, not all land is green with places to dig. Some land is completely different. Imagine this. It's super hot, really dry, and there's sand everywhere you look. This very special kind of habitat is called a desert, or in Kiswahili, a jangwa.
So you've got to wonder, what kind of animal could possibly live in a jangwa? Well, the camel. Camels are just built for the hot, sandy desert. It's their perfect Makao. They have everything they need to survive right there.
All right, hope you brought your goggles. It's time to dive in and explore homes under the water, or Makao Majini. We're going deep beneath the waves to check out a completely different world of homes.
Okay, think about this for a sec. It's kind of cool. Life in the forest, which is maisha ya msituni, is all about going up, right? Climbing high into the trees. But underwater life, maisha ya majini, is the total opposite. It's all about going down, with creatures like whales and fish swimming deep in the water.
And speaking of whales, wow, their home is just huge. It's one of the biggest habitats on the whole planet. A whale's Makao is the giant Great Big Ocean, or, as they say, Bahari Kubwa. Can you even imagine having a home that big?
Of course, the ocean isn't just for whales. There are so many other cool creatures. You've got fish, or a samaki, that live in the water. Frogs, called chura, can hang out in the water or even in the mud. And then, and this is my favorite, you had the snail, or konokono, which literally carries its home on its back wherever it goes. How awesome is that?
Okay, so we've been all over the world. We've seen homes in forests, on land, under the sea. Where do we humans live?
You know what? It's kind of just like the animals. People have all sorts of different homes too. A lot of us live in what we call a house, or a nyumba.
But if you're a king, you might live in a giant fancy palace. That's a kasuri yamfaume. And a president often lives in a special building called a state house, or an ikulu.
Wow, what an adventure we've been on. And I think we've learned something really important. From the tiniest little termite to the absolutely enormous whale. From a monkey swinging in a tree to a person living in a house. Every single creature has its own special place in the world to call home. A Makao that's just perfect for them.
And you know, that leaves us with one last really big idea to think about. Now that we know about all of these incredible habitats, what can we do to help protect them? As fellow explorers, how can we make sure that every animal, every bird, and every fish always has a safe and wonderful place to call their Mako? Well, I think that's a mission for all of us. Thanks so much for exploring with me today.